Being in the right headspace can make or break a performance.
After my last Olympics, I put that pressure on myself to be perfect. I would be really sad and depressed all the time.
Two-time gold medalist and snowboarding superstar Chloe Kim is one of the many athletes this year prioritizing mental health just as much as the physical.
We are athletes, but we're humans first, and we need to take care of ourselves as humans first.
Figure skater Nathan Chen, whose bronze medal finish 4 years ago was seen as a letdown, took the steps necessary to strengthen his mind for Beijing, and last week won his first gold.
Working with a sports psychologist, do you feel almost that having your mental health in check has helped what you do on the ice?
Absolutely. You know, I think you can be physically perfect and so ready to go, but if mentally you're not there, not much is going to happen.
From the rinks,
I still have days when I'm like, wow, I really need a boost of confidence here.
to the ski slopes.
And that's coming from someone who's a defending Olympic gold medalist.
Team USA is talking as much about their mental health as they are about their accomplishments. Until recently, athletes often fought their mental battles alone and in silence.
I feel like it's taken so long to get to this point is because of how we've always looked at athletes. They're invincible, they're indestructible, they can't do no wrong, they can't lose. You know, they build us up on such a high pedestal that it's like you're not allowed to fail.
2 years before winning silver in shot put at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Raven Saunders hit rock bottom after she says she was not performing at her best.
And it just felt like my coaches didn't care. It just felt like everyone around me didn't care. I was drowning and I was screaming for everyone to like help me, save me, but no one was there is what it felt like.
In the spring of 2016, what I felt happened is that I bombed Worlds, and really I wasn't perfect.
Just like Raven, figure skater and bronze medalist Gracie Gold buckled under the pressure of becoming #1 in the world.
I was just very apathetic towards my training and towards skating in general, and I was more lethargic than normal, and it just kind of kept going downhill from there.
She battled depression and developed an eating disorder.
On a really, really rough day, I was not awake for much of the day. During my depression, my eating disorder swung the other way to binge eating and grossly overeating, and I put on a lot of weight in a very short amount of time. I covered all my mirrors up because it was upsetting to look at myself, so I simply chose not to look at myself.
In the summer of 2017, Gold showed up to a training camp almost unrecognizable.
And it just seemed like I didn't want to skate anymore, and like, why are you here? Like, you clearly just want to live a regular life. And I thought, what? No, I don't want to some days live any life. Like, it is not going well at all.
It was a cry for help. And a year before the 2018 Olympics, where she was considered a gold medal contender, Gold checked into a mental health facility for 45 days.
Are athletes a little different than the rest of the population in terms of how to deal with mental health?
They are.
The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee now prioritizes mental health with a team of doctors here on site in Beijing.
I think it's safe to say that everyone is using somebody around sports psychology, around mental health to improve performance. We are here for anything and everything, whether it's weight maintenance and well-being, whether it's a crisis, whether you're just feeling homesick and you want to talk to somebody once, but you actually have a therapist back home.
The goal is to be proactive, not reactive. And athletes across the board are pushing for others to find themselves outside of their sport.
It took me a while to understand the difference between who you are and what you are. But I was thankful enough that I learned my value and my worth and that I would be okay without that 4-kilogram shot put.
I will always see myself and identify as a skater, but learning that that is just one facet was difficult and fundamental, and that my value as a person doesn't increase or decrease based on how I perform. But as me, as Gracie, I exist and can take up space if I get an Olympic medal or if I don't.